Greetings, LEGO and D&D nerds. My name is Ian and welcome to Brick Bestiary, the show where we build D&D creatures out of LEGO bricks. As I'm sure you're aware by now, this month I'm doing a special project I'm calling Tiamat, where I turn this dragon here, the Ninjago Source Dragon of Motion, into Tiamat. We've already built 3 extra heads, and today we will build the 4th and final, which also happens to be one of my favorites, the Black Dragon head. For the Black Dragon's neck, we're going to again be using these ball and socket joint pieces. So I'm going to join together 2 segments of 1 socket and 1 ball each with a 2x4 plate. Here's one and here's another one. And then I'm going to connect them together and rotate one section 180 degrees. So we have studs on top on one side and studs on the bottom on the other side. I'm going to lock them in from the bottom with some black 2x4 plates. And then I'm going to cover the tops with these black 2x2 angle brackets on all the sides. So 4 for that one and 4 for this one. Here, 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 and here. Now we're going to add some tan pieces for the underbelly. Let's start with a 2x4 plate, and I'm going to attach a 2x2 tile onto one end overhanging like this, and I'm going to use these inverted slopes to hold those together from this side. This piece will get connected underneath here with the tile hanging off and one stud from the end. Then I'm going to take this 1x1 plate and put it on the end here. This stud needs to stay open so that there's clearance for this piece that we'll be using later. But now I can cover over all of this with these inverted 2x2 tiles that have the studs on the bottom. One here and one there. And then on this side where we have the studs up, we're going to take a 2x2 tan plate with a cheese slope on the back, a double wide cheese slope, and then 2 of these 1x3 slope pieces with the concave slope will cover over that front. Now flipping it back over on the top side here, I'm going to take a 2x3 plate and put it on this end with a 1x2 brick next to it. Then on the other side, I'm going to put this inverted 2x2 slope followed by a snot brick with a single side stud on each side like that, and another slope that overhangs this edge by 1. I'm going to lock these together with a rounded 2x2 tile on the bottom like that, and then on this side I will be taking this 4x4 sloped wedge thing and attaching it over this brick and plate like that. Next I'll take a 1x4 plate and attach it to these top studs here. I'll take another one on the bottom and I'm going to offset it by 1 and fill in that gap with a 1x1, then cover that whole thing over with this 2x4 sloped piece pointing down like that. Now on this side I'm going to take a 2x4 wedge piece and place it here with a 1x4 plate above, and another of these wedge shaped pieces is going to go here covering those, and then we'll flip it over and cover this side. On this side I'm going to take a 1x6 sloped piece and I'm going to attach it onto the bottom studs here so that there is 1 stud hanging off of each end. Then I'm going to take a second one and I'm going to overlap it by half a stud. The way that these connection points on the bottom are laid out, you can actually overlap in 2 steps. So here's offset by 1 stud and here's offset by a half. That's where I'm going to click this one into place. Then I'm going to take 2 bar clips and put them over these studs here so that I can connect this mech front piece. I'll just clip it onto the bar and then swing it around. This missing stud from earlier now gives clearance for this piece to seat along the edge there where it would have stuck out like this if there had been plate in that spot. Now I need to fill in this gap, but in order to do that I'm going to need to go ahead and put our bend in the neck. So I'm going to twist this back into this direction slightly. Then I'm going to take a 1x2 plate and put it over those studs there, and to that I will attach 2 of these 1x3 sloped pieces here and here. And as long as the neck is pivoted out of the way, there'll be clearance for those to attach. Then a 2x2 tile will cover the studs on this mech piece here, and at this end these snot studs are going to go to the center of a double wide cheese slope, one here and one on this side as well. Then on this exposed stud here I'm going to put a bar clip in this orientation, and then I'm going to put one on this side too. It'll land on the end stud of this 1x6 again in this orientation, and then I'm just going to take 2 quarter round pieces and attach them here and here to give some scale-like details. I'm going to move them at kind of odd angles. And that is our black dragon's neck. So let's start with this ball joint here. We're going to take a 2x4 plate and put it on top with 2 of these 2x3 wedge pieces on the bottom like that. Then I'll take 2 angle brackets that point up and put 1 on either side of the ball joint like that. Then I'll add this 1x2 plate, 1 stud back, so we have a nice stair step going here. And I'll put 2 vertical clips on either side right behind it. Into those, I'm going to attach these sort of ghostly green horn pieces. These will be our eyes, so I want to angle them pointed slightly downward. Now I'm going to take 2 of these horizontal clips and place them on the 2 frontmost studs there. And then I'm going to take this 2x3 black spoiler piece and put it over those 4 studs so that it sticks out 2. And underneath, I'll connect 2 more horizontal clips. Then I have an angle bracket that is 1x2 and points up, which will go underneath there. And on the front, I'm going to put 2 of these clips so that I have clips going all the way around that I can then attach these fang pieces to be our dragon's teeth. Now I'm going to take these 1x1 angle brackets. I'm going to put 1 here and 1 here, and behind them I will put a 1x2 plate. Then I'll take a bar clip plate and put it facing forward so that our bottom jaw can attach to that, and another 1x2 will go behind it. Then I'll lock this bottom together with a round 2x2 tile. For the bottom jaw, I'm going to take 2 of these snot bricks with studs on all 4 sides, and I'm going to stack 2 1x1 plates on the bottom of one before I attach the other one like that. Then I'm going to take this 1x4 that has studs only on the ends and tiles in the middle, and I'm going to attach it to the front stud here like that. And then on the very back, I'm going to put a hollow stud with one of these robot hands inserted all the way into it. Then a 1x1 red tile is going to go here, and a 1x2 right behind it to form the inside of the mouth. Then I'll take a cheese slope and put it on the bottom to give us a sort of chin here, and a double wide will go centered on the front like that. Then I'm going to take these 1x2 plate clips and put 1 here and 1 here with a 1x1 plate behind each one like that. And then 2 clips will go behind that on each side, 1 here and here, and 1 here and here. Then I'm going to take 6 more of these teeth and put 3 on each side, all pointing toward the back. And then this bottom jaw will clip right on to that bar clip on the bottom like that. Next, I'm going to take 2 1x3 tiles and put 1 on each side here. They're going to go overlapping 1 stud towards the mouth, and then a 1x1 tile in the center. Then I'm going to take this 1x2 slope piece and put it on the end that's sticking out a little bit to add some shaping to our mouth like that, 1 on each side. Then a 1x2 plate will go on this bottom stud here and here. Then next to this 1x1 plate, I'm going to put a gray stud with a bar attached on each side pointing up, and then I'm going to lock all of this together with a 2x2 slope piece on each side, 1 here and 1 right here. Now these bars sticking up are going to be attachment points for our 2 long tusk-like horns that the black dragon has. To make those, we're going to be using these dinosaur tail pieces in silver. I have 2 of them, and I'm going to put a fang into the end of each one so that they come to a point. Then I'm going to connect each one to one of these little Technic adapter pieces that does a pin to a Technic axle going in the perpendicular direction. That axle connector will slide over the bar here and here, and then we just need to angle our horns down slightly, tipped up, so that they frame the face sort of in a tusk-like manner. Next, we're going to take a 2x1 angle bracket piece that points up and put it right at the back of the skull like that, with 2 gray 1x2s on each side, or you could do a 1x4. Then I'm going to take this black spoiler piece and put it in this gap. This will kind of form some eyebrow ridges for our dragon. And I'm going to put 2 tiles in the middle and then take these 1x4 slopes to go over the top and lock that all into place. Then 2 of these 1x2 slopes in gray will go on either side to sort of round out the transition between the head and the horns. Finally, I'm going to take this 1x4 plate and attach one of these hinge pieces that has a 2x2 plate in it angled backwards like that, and I'll put a 1x1 gray slope on each side, and this will attach right to the center of those 2 studs on the back of the head. Then let's grab our neck and attach the ball to the socket like that. And then we just need a couple more pieces to finish this off. I have these 2 dragon wings that are going to go into the clips on the sides of the neck and give us the sort of neck frill flare thing that the dragon has going on. And finally, for the crest on the top of the head, I have one of these old Lego Jurassic Park spines, which I'm going to connect right here to these studs. I'm going to put the long side facing the head, just like that. And there is our black dragon's head for Tiamat. And so there we have our black dragon head. Let me know in the comments down below how you think this guy turned out. I really love this one. I think it might just be my favorite. It's really a toss-up between this one and the blue dragon. I really like the 5e black dragon design. It's very visually distinct. I love the big forward-facing horns like tusks and the crest, and kind of the almost skeletal appearance to the snout. I really think we managed to capture all of those iconic elements here, and it just turned out so good. I'm so happy with it. And if you, like me, are very excited to finally assemble all of the heads of Tiamat next week onto the Source Dragon of Motion, then be sure to subscribe so you don't miss the final installment of Tiamarch, which I know is going to be in April, but there was only 4 Wednesdays in March. I don't make the calendar, but I can't call it Tia April. That's not a cool name. That's nothing. So it's still gonna be Tia March, but you know, you get it. See you next time.